Hey everybody, welcome to Kyle's Chainsaw Rescue. So we've been working on this Husqvarna 235. We put a new primer bulb in. We cleaned that carburetor. The saw still is not running well. My friends over at Hipa carburetors, or Hipa parts, they make small engine parts, carburetors, stuff for servicing. Sent me over a kit for this particular unit. We are going to put their carburetor on and see how this saw runs. Now, in the kit they sent me for this Husqvarna 235, it included a new gas filter, a new seal for the carburetor, seal to the motor, new air filter, spark plug, primer bulb, and gas lines, and most importantly, a new carburetor. So today we're going to walk through just the steps of removing and putting that new carburetor on and seeing how this saw runs. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, don't go anywhere because we're going to get started. First thing we got to do is get in here, remove our cover. I've already got my screws undone. Now, the carburetor sits down in here on this unit, and the tough part is we have to remove a whole bunch of stuff to be able to get there. Got to remove the whole handle setup and this back handle. I'm going to be using a T25 to undo all the screws that are holding our handle on here. I think we're gonna actually have to remove, can't remember now. Can't remember if we gotta leave, if we can leave the bar and chain. I think we can leave the bar and chain on this particular unit. Once you get all three of those screws together, you've got to be able to look down right here where the handle and the motor kind of come together. You'll see the throttle rod. It's tough to see on camera just because of the angle. Get in there with your needle nose pliers. Alrighty. The whole handle slip right off the back. Let's see here, we're going to have to remove this plastic piece. I believe that's going to require a T20. I will have links to the same or similar tools that I'm using. I will also have a link to the Hipa carburetor and service kit that they offer all through Amazon. You guys purchase through those links. They help support this channel. I really do appreciate it. Little T20 screw on the side, and this plastic piece pops right off. Okay, now you're looking at the back. All right, there's a screw here. It's going to be a T25 and two 8mm sockets. Oop, my bad. T20 still. For some reason I was thinking that was a T25 inside there. Nice big long one. 8mm deep well socket and wrench. So I created this channel because I enjoy working on small engines. I mostly do a lot of chainsaw carving and building of rustic furniture. I've found that some of my videos in the past have really been able to help homeowners and people just repair their own personal units. And honestly, that's kind of just what I'm out here trying to do, is help you get your unit up and running again. I don't consider myself a professional mechanic, you know, to work on all machines and things like that. I just do, you know, what I know. There's always somebody out there that's going to have a little bit better insight or do it better than you, and I'm okay with that. You know, I usually like to say, hey, if you are a mechanic and you've worked on these things and you have a better way or a little bit better insight, feel free to comment below. I'm always open to that kind of stuff. The moment you stop learning or you think you're the best, tends to be the moment that tends to be your downfall. So let's pull off our linkage, throttle linkage. We are going to carefully get our choke lever off here, hopefully. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to pull it forward, pop that off. We've got our gas lines here. These actually might be pressurized. I didn't drain the tank, I should have. So I'm gonna release pressure here. Drain your tank before you do this job though. It'll save you getting gas in the face, that's for sure. Pop my lines off. Ooh, still some pressure in there. Should have blasting out gasoline. Oh well. remember which way this carb is going to go on. We're actually going to just go ahead. This old seal isn't ripped or anything. It's a little gasket. But we are just going to say the heck with it. We're going to remove it. We'll put the new one on. Hipa sent us. Which again, thank you. I appreciate it. Hipa Carbs. Hipa Parts. They make a lot of great stuff, guys. You should really jump over and check them out. Let's put this line back on. Now these lines were in pretty good shape. I know a couple of these are replaced last year for this customer. We replaced this one, I believe, in the last video with a new primer bulb as well. And we cleaned the carb. A lot of times you can get away with just a carburetor clean. You're good to go, but for whatever reason, it didn't work. So here we are putting a new one on. And again, thanks to Hipa Carbs, we're able to, Hipa in their carburetor kits, I should say. Hipa in their service kits, I should say, we're able to put this on here. So I really do appreciate them reaching out and wanting to help the channel. Such an awesome thing and awesome opportunity. So there it is. New carburetor's on, right? Not going to do anything else with it. We're going to put this back on, put everything back together, and realize we missed a couple things. Alright, so we're going to pull our carb back off. Pull this lever out, right? I know, you can get more technical, but sometimes there's no need. Going to take our throttle linkage, remember which way it was on. You guys can see it here, okay? This end goes to the carburetor. You kind of fish it into this little loop, and that'll stay in place, or at least it should. Now put our carb on. Without those, we'd have a tough time running this saw, that's for sure. Sometimes they get going and, well, forget to put these little things on there. Before we put this on, let's put this piece back on, right? We're going to lift that choke lever up, though. It's got to go underneath the red lever as you put everything back together. Slide our carburetor back. Line our holes up. Make sure gas lines aren't getting pinched. I'm going to start with that big long screw with our T20 bit. If you guys like chainsaw carving, be sure to check out my other channel, KyleHallWoodworker. Got a lot of tutorials, a lot of how-to chainsaw carve videos on there. We just hit over 20,000 subscribers on that channel, which is absolutely awesome. And if you're here from there, thank you. And if you're here and you're looking to head over there, I really do appreciate it. We are actually going to be giving away a brand new chainsaw on that channel here pretty soon. So gotta get over there and hit subscribe so you don't miss out. Be at least one lucky winner. Alrighty, let's see, give this thing the old flippity doo-dah. Pop this in, do that, grab that little screw and your T20 again. Now maybe there is an easier way to get in here and do this carb swap. I'm not a huge fan of the fact that I've got to remove that entire handle to get in here to work. It's just, I don't know, I don't like the design, but it is what it is, right? So I got this metal piece that I had to side over in that box. We got our new filter. We're going to go ahead, take these and just pop them down here in place. Guess we could do this before we put this plastic piece on, right? Right, another T25 screw. Screw this piece on. Forgot I had already taken a look at this thing. Forgot to put that piece on, but there it is. We're going to take our handle, slip it right back through from the back. But before we get into putting all our screws in, we're going to try to line this up and get that throttle linkage hooked up through the handle. So I'm squeezing the trigger. This little plastic piece here pops out. There's a little plastic piece that comes out right there off the trigger. You got to try to get your throttle linkage like in the handle. Squeeze the trigger. Right. Fart around with it. The other easiest way, obviously, guys, is to just go right ahead and remove the handle with 3 screws here. Take it all apart and then pop it all together. But we already got it. Looks like it's hooked up, ready to go. I'm going to start with the top screw over here. Yes, we're outside the shop. Primed it 6 times. Full choke. Not too bad. Again, thank you to Hipa for the new carburetor and the other parts for this unit. Really do appreciate it. Looks like that carburetor really did the trick. You know, we cleaned the last carburetor. Wasn't able to get like the whole thing apart. I wasn't going to pull out Welch plugs and all that stuff. Didn't want to get that in depth. So having Hipa parts reach out and send us a carburetor and service kit, that really did the trick. So thank you, I do appreciate it. You guys, if you're interested in the carburetor and service kit that I just used, again, I'll have a link through Amazon down below with the same or similar tools that I'm using, so you guys can do the same swap on your Husqvarna 235. Really appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, hit that bell, hit all, so you guys don't miss any future uploads, as we'll be continuing to work on some other small engines, and I've got some snowblower videos here and there we'll be working on, and I do have a whole pile of vintage saws that I hope to be getting some videos going and getting them running and things like that, along with, you know, some customer units and stuff. So really appreciate you guys. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.